Hi friends, welcome to Sangvishmuth YouTube channel. In this video, I would like to discuss HSTR Recruitment 2023 English Language Teacher Syllabus that's meant for 8th to 10th Standard High School English Teacher Syllabus. In this video, I would like to discuss detailed syllabus and which are the important books for this HSTR English language teachers. Begins to this one, friends. A small word is, I would like to say few words regarding ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮುಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಸ್ಪಿರಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನು ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿದಿರಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಏನು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಕಾಲ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನೋ ಪುಂಗಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಗೆ ಹಾರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಬರೋದು ಸ್ವಾಭಾವಿಕ. ಇದು ನಾನು ಒಪ್ಕೋತೀನಿ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ. ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಕೂಡ ಈ HSTR ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಾರ್ಥಿನೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಯುದ್ಧ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಆಗಿಂದ ನಾವು ಶಸ್ತ್ರಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಮೊದಲೇ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೇವೋ ಅಥವಾ ಯುದ್ಧಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲೇ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೇವೋ, ಈ ಮಾತು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೋ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ, ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಶಸ್ತ್ರಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಯುದ್ಧಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ಸೈನಿಕರ ಮತ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟವರು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಾದ ನಾವುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಬಿಡುತ್ತದೋ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ, ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸನ್ನದ್ಧರಾಗಿ, ಹಾಗೆ ಸೈನಿಕರು ಸನ್ನದ್ಧರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಈ HSTR ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಕಾಲ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವೇನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಓದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಿಷಯ ವಸ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗೇ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಆ ಒಂದು ದಿಶೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಈ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಓದಿದ್ದು ಮುಂದಿನ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಾತ್ಮಕ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಗೆ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನ್ನ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ಅನುಭವದ ಮಾತಾಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ. ಬನ್ನಿ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. ವಿ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ದ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ HSTR. ಸೊ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ the language uses, okay, or language use. It's nothing but the grammar elements are there, like it will be starts from the parts of speeches or parts of speech, okay. Then first one is from the noun and its types, numbers and genders. So it is very important, friends. So on the basis of genders and numbers, one or two questions are compulsory, so be remember this one, okay. One or two questions are compulsory. Then the next one, the pronouns and its types, possessive pronoun or apostrophe relative pronoun and reflective pronoun, and how can you will use and uses regarding the pronoun. But casually we know the pronouns, but we have to study possessive pronoun in the Kannada shashti vibhakti pratyaya, like that, okay. We have to study that one. Then the personal pronouns, which are the personal pronouns are there, we have to study that one. The very important part in the parts of speech, the prepositions, one or two questions are compulsory on the basis of this preposition. The next point is adjectives and its types, how to use and usage are comparisons of adjectives. Then next one is the conjunction, like correlative, compound and classes of conjunctions. So we have to study the conjunction, detailed correlative or compound or classifications of conjunction. The next one is adverbial, okay. Adverbial, how can we use in our day-to-day life, like use and positions of adverbs, and even though comparisons are, we have to study this one. Then verbs like tense, time, aspects, and the next part is the auxiliaries, we know that one, okay. Then models, along with the participles, what do you mean by the genders, what are the inflections, and what are the to be forms, which are the how can we will be used in our day-to-day life in English subject. Then finite and infinite verbs, okay. Suppose the verb has the to, okay, then what we will call like that. Then transitive and intransitive verbs. Then verbs strong and weak verb, okay. Like I will give one small example regarding the strong verb and weak verb, okay. Go, went, go, went, gone. Okay. It is one of the strong verb. Okay. Then weak verb is weak verb is build, built, built, like that. Okay, so the strong verb and weak verb, we have to know that one. The next part, articles like a, the, a, and definite and indefinite article, we have to study thoroughly, because we are going to attempt the paper of English language teachers. Then collocations, one word alternative for a phrase or a sentence. Then the pronunciation, nature of sounds, vowels, consonant, stress, intonation. Along with that one, we have to study syllables also. Here not mentioned, but we have to study the syllables also. Then cohesive, advisive, direct, cohesive, like that. Then syntax, so subject and verb object agreement, syntax concord. Along with that one, syntax, semantics, we have to study these all things is for English language teacher. And the words used as different parts of speech, so someone we will be used, some different aspects. Okay, along with that one, the punctuations mark like comma, pull point, and apostrophe is like that. All punctuations marks also very important. Then okay, punctuations. Then vocabulary, like one or two questions are asked in this vocabulary part. Then first one is synonyms and antonyms. Then prefix, suffix, numbers, gender. Then collocations, compound words, homophones, homonyms, omnipotoia, rhyming words. These all are the very important for English teacher. And also along with this all vocabulary, one or two questions are compulsory. Even though one maybe question ask synonym, one or two questions are synonyms, and one or two questions are on the basis of antonyms, like that. Okay, derivatives, primary and secondary. Then very important part, figures of speech. Okay, the one question is compulsory. Then question tag, phrase, noun phrase or prepositional phrase, use and usage, idioms, use and usage, phonology. Then vowels, consonants, stress, intonation, organs of speech, nature of sounds. Like we have to know some basic concept of phonetics. Okay, we have to know that one. Then articles, how many articles in English, like then abbreviations form like USA, United States of America, then UK, United of Kingdom, like that. Then sentence, types of sentence, even though here he has mentioned in the syllabus 7 types of sentences are there, and how can we transform that sentences. Okay, then transformations, degrees of comparison, voices like active voice to passive voice. The one question is compulsory on active voice and passive voice. Then types of sentences. Okay, then types of sentences, simple, complex and compound sentences. Then reported speech, it's also one compulsory mass or one compulsory question on the reported speech. Then clauses, identifying the types of clauses, like which is the main clause and which is the subordinate clause, and noun, adjective and adverbial clauses. Then last, conditional clauses. Okay, then combining the sentence, so he will be given the random sentences, then we will be combine that sentences. It is also one questions is there. And then comprehension, what I have said, what I have discussed before now, that is on the basis of the grammar part. Okay, grammar part. Now the comprehensions means the paragraph and the poetry section, like that. The prose and poetry, local, that maybe he may be given that poetry or prose on the basis of local, global, factual, critical, inferential prose or in poem. He will be given poem or prose, then he may ask some 4 to 5 questions on the basis of that given poem and the prose. Then rules of paragraph writing, he could not give the paragraph writing, but he will be asked some rules of paragraph writing. Errors, location and correction, like spelling corrections and sentence corrections. He will give on spelling, that spelling has some mistakes, or sometimes he could not give the mistakes in the spelling, but we have to correct it. Then letter writing, the forms and format. Then essay writing, type and format, we have to know that one. Essay writing types and format. The next one is the very important part of a history of English literature. Okay, the literature, he will be give near about more than 30 to 40 questions on the basis of the literature, and sometimes he may be decreases the questions on the literature. Okay, then first extracts and proverbs, even the particular poem, some he will be extract some seashells, she shores on the she. It's one of the quote by the John Keats. Okay, who is the author of this particular proverb, like that he may ask some questions on the basis of poetry, and sometimes he may ask one quotation by any other drama like Shakespeare and Marlowe, wherever. Okay, so you may be asked like that. Then the study of literary forms, it's very important. He may be asked 1 or 2 questions on the basis of the poetry forms, like sonnet. Okay, he may be asked Petrarchan sonnet and Shakespearean sonnets, how many octaves and how many sestaves are there in the sonnets, and how many lines are there in the sonnets, like that. Okay, then the next one is a ode, elegy, ballad, then lyric, dramatic monologue, allegory, then absurd, blank verse, etc. So these are the forms of the poet. On the apart from this one, maybe according to my experience and my opinion, you may be asked more than 3 to 4 questions, like the this poetry section. Okay, the next prose, casually we know that one. Drama, the structure of drama, then characters, he may be asked villain character taken by the which drama. Okay, like that. Then dialogues, soliloquy, then tragedy, allegory, comedy, then absurd or absurd theater, tragic comedy. He may be asked a few questions, that drama. Then fictions, non-fictions, author's point of view. He may be asked one point, any other questions. This author has written this poem or this fiction on the which basis of, like, okay, like that. Then author's point of view, setting, atmosphere, mood, style, allegory, absurd, technique of the prose. That's that particular prose, which technique the author has used. Okay, like that. The next one is the biographies and autobiographies. Okay, then next, authors and poets, their works and critical study. He has given here someone. Because we are going to write English teacher subject paper, we have to know some English writers, like either foreign writers or England writer, American writer, or diasporic writer or Indian writer. We have to know some, at least few number of, or we have to know some literature, because we have already studied in our graduation, and some of those who have completed their post graduation, we have studied. But apart from that one, we have to remember some names of poets and authors and very literary figures. Okay, so that's very important. The next part is for detailed and critical study. What he has given, someone works are there. He has given 20 authors. Okay, 20 authors, and he has also given someone works also. Sir, one question came from the out of syllabus. No, don't think like that, friends. But every question she will be asked on the basis of the syllabus only. Okay, basis of on the syllabus, but we don't know that particular answer and all. But here someone particular poets and authors are there, and he has mentioned some name of the works also, like William Shakespeare, The Merchant of Venice, or Quality of Mercy, As You Like It poem, As You Like It drama is there. The Quality of Mercy is one of the poem. Okay, here we have to remember one main thing. Quality of Mercy, that's also have 14 lines. Okay, 14 lines, but that's not in a sonnet. Okay, for quality of mercy is there, 14 lines are there, but that is not a sonnet, because of then Shakespeare sonnets are the four, I mean, four stanza. Sorry, 4 line, 3 stanzas. Then lastly, one couplet is there. Okay, that is the form of the Shakespeare sonnet form. But this quality of mercy doesn't have that quality. That's why that's not a sonnet. Okay. Then next writer R.K. Narayan, an astrologer's day, and we have to study a hero lesson also. Okay, a hero, that is novel. Then Miss Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, an article, the best advice I ever had. We have to read that one. Then Oliver Goldsmith, village school master. Then Kushwant Singh's portrait of a lady. Then Francis J. Child, Blood Fadler and Robin Hood. Harold Campbell, all stories are Annecies. A.J. Gardner, on saying please, Sarojini Naidu, Plank Wind Barriers, or Coromandel Fissures. This Coromandel Fissures, it is available in the 8th standard, in the textbook. Then Devon Canal, There is a Girl by the Fast. Okay. Then John Masefields, Laugh and Be Merry. Rabindranath Tagore, A Wrong Man in Works Paradise. Puli Kibber, The Blind Boy. William Wordsworth, A Solitary Repeater poem. John Keats, a poem Ode to Nightingale. Raja Rao's Kantapura and The Serpent and the Roop, these two novels. Then again, one of the famous writer of Indian writer, Mulkraj Anand's untouchable work. Then Arundhati Rai, The God of Small Thing. It's very, remarkable works, either Indian or foreign writers. And Nizam Ezekiel Scorpion. Then O. Henry, A Gift of Magi. Okay, so these are the notable works in the syllabus. They have mentioned. We have to read for detailed study. Then begins to that one. We have to collect the original text of. These all texts not available in one single book. Okay, so here a number, some different books are there. We have to refer some different books. Okay, for these all works. Even though A.K. Narayan and Mulkraj Anand, Raja Rao, it's Arundhati Rai, will be available in the market. So many original book. We should read original book. Okay. Then this is about what I've discussed. That is on the basis of literature. The now very important part of English teacher, that is the methodology. Okay, so the methodology may be asked 50 marks question. The methodology we have studied in our 2 years B.Ed course or 1 year B.Ed course. Okay, so what is the methodology syllabus for this English teacher syllabus, HSTR? The first unit, the place and English in India, then importance of English in present scenario. So place means from when we have started this learning this English from Rajaram to nowadays, what is the changes are going on now also we have to study that one. Then who said the English is a window of world language, like that, someone quotations, and we have to study that one. Okay, but this concept, this place of English in India, it's available in B.Ed old methodology books, but it's not in a syllabus nowadays. Okay, then the nature of language, like meaning, definitions and functions, then principles of language teaching. Okay, then most probably we have studied that one, nature of language and everything, but we have to know the functions of English language and principles of English language teaching. Okay, then what are the main problems of teaching and learning this English language? Why nowadays our students are getting the frustration to learn this language? We have to know that one. Then aims and objectives of teaching of English. Then phonetics transcriptions, it's very important in the part of the phonetics. We have to know that one. Then how can you teach this phonetics to use in our while engaging any other English classes and all? How can you use this phonetics and all? Okay, the next point, very important aspects of language, like the development of language skills. So mainly there are four language skills are there, as we know that. LSRW: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Okay, so how can you teach this listening, and how can you teach speaking, reading, and writing? These all points is okay. Then how can you improve this the skill of this LSRW, and which methods of you will be used, and what do you mean by the, while you are going to teach the the skill of writing, what are the good handwriting, what are the bad like that, he maybe ask some questions, even though reading also. Then what is the pronunciation, what is the stress, what do you mean by the intonation, what do you mean by the pronunciation? We have to study these all concepts of reading and the speaking also. Okay, then sixth unit is approaches, methods, and techniques of using English. So begins to teach, English is one of the strange language. Okay, how can you teach either direct method or bilingual method, a structural approach, communicative approach, constructivism, or remedial teaching? On which basis you can teach English language, and which is the best method, and which is the relevant method to teach this English subject? And also we have to know the what do you mean by the what do you mean by the direct method, and definitions, principle, and merits and demerits of direct method, and same like that direct method, even though what do you mean by the bilingual method, and its definition, principles, merits, and demerits, and how can you teach the structural methods and its definitions? How can you selection and gradations of structure to teach any other approach? Then advantages and disadvantages of this structural approach and communicative approach. Okay, then the same meaning, definitions, the role of teacher, advantages and disadvantages of this communicative approach. Guys, you have watched so many of my videos, but nowadays what I'm saying, that's on the basis of communicative approach, because of now I'm discussing with you English language teacher syllabus. Okay, on the basis of that one, I am also using that on the basis of communicative approach. Then constructive approach, it is one of the new technique nowadays, we are using that one. Okay, then remedial teaching, so it is the sixth unit, approaches and methods and techniques. Then seventh unit is teaching of vocabulary and grammar. How can you teach vocabulary, and how can you teach grammar part? Okay, the next unit 8, use of teaching learning materials in learning English language. It's very important, friends, because so nowadays students are getting timidness and fear, and they will be go little bit away from this English language. Oh, difficulty, no. So even when the teacher uses the good teaching and learning or TLMs, it may be the teacher attract his students through his teaching, but through, even though in his teaching he has to use some TLMs. That is one of the best method of teaching English. Then the ninth is very important point, the lesson planning, importance and difference between the unit plan and lesson plan. Okay, as you know that one, unit plan is a whole unit, lesson plan is a one unit, one simple part is there, one single part. Okay, then we have to know the general objectives, specific objectives. Okay, then content analysis. Nowadays we are using that 5E based teaching, that one. We have to know the engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluation. On the basis of these 5 steps we are teaching English language. Okay, so we have to know this these are 5 E's. Even though we have to study the Herbartian lesson method of lesson plan, because the this whole lesson syllabus is there on the basis of old. So that's why we have to know the both methods, 5E method and even the Herbartian methods also. Okay, then some changes are there in between the prose lesson and poem lesson. We have to know that one. Then importance of textbook and its need, principles to be followed in preparing a textbook. Suppose I don't have now. If you have any other textbook and all, go on through that one. What are the qualities of textbook? Okay, which are the good qualities of a textbook, and a textbook should have which type of the letter and the cover page. These all things we have to know that one. Okay, we have to know that one. Then the principles of curriculum according to NCF 2009. We have to study that one, and along with that, we have to know new education policy like 2020. Then evaluation system. It is also one of the huge chapter. The evaluation. How can you evaluate? Either nowadays using summative and formative assessments. We should know that one. Okay. Then last but not least, importance of use of study skills. Which type of the skills you will be used while teaching this English language in our classroom manner. Okay, so we have to study that one, guys. This is the detailed syllabus of for HSTR English teacher. Now let us move to the very important part, the reference books. Okay, I think in my PPT you are getting that one, someone very good books according to me. Still also I am referring. I have referred so many times. These books are the very good books for me. So the first thing I would like to very happily say that one, the grammar books. So no, two are the what I have mentioned. High school English grammar and comprehension, that is written by Run and Martin. It's one of the best book. Everything is there in that book. But before reading that Run and Martin book, we have to read Practical English Grammar and Composition by S.C. Gupta. This when we have to read first this S.C. Gupta's Practical English Grammar and Composition book. Then later you may go to the Run and Martin book. These are the very important book for the HSTR English teacher. Then for the I said some glossary words or the forms of the poetry, prose, that is available in this book. That is the M.H. Abraham's Glossary of Literary Terms. Here you can just refer that book. You will be get what you mean by the sonnet, forms of sonnet, what do you mean by the ode, what do you mean, like that. Everything is there, all the forms of literary available in this book. That is the Glossary of Literary Terms. It's one of the good book. Every literary forms available in this book. Then next one is for the sake of we have to know that the history of Indian English literature. That's purpose M.K. Nayak. It's one of the good book. So many university professors using this book, and it is one of the best book. Then English, for the English literature purpose, you have to read. Then my first preference is A Critical History of English Literature, Volume 1 and Volume 2, written by David Duchess. As you know that one, those who have studied English literature, David Duchess book, that is a huge lengthy volumes are there. But apart from that one, you can easily finish that history of English literature. You can read English literature by W.H. Hudson book. Okay, that's a good book. And very important part for the English methodology purpose, which is a best book in the market nowadays available. So many books are there. Okay, so many books are available, but my preference is you have to refer in Teaching of English book written by Geeta Rai. It is one of the, I think according to me, last 7 years or 6 years I am referring because I am working as a lecturer in B.Ed colleges and all. So that's why I'm with my own experience I'm saying that one. Try to refer Teaching of English book. Teaching of English, the refer, written by Geeta Rai. It's one of the best book. Then nowadays you have to refer any other new concepts like 5e and difference between the prose and poetry, lesson plans like that. One of new book is there, specific pedagogy, subject specific pedagogy English. For the third semester book is there, that is written by Sangmesh Muthi, I mean by me only. I think I have mentioned in that book good points are there. Along with that one, I would like to say and give you one best book, this one. I hope it may be available for you in the market, English Language and Pedagogy. It is also one of the best book for the methodology purpose. Okay, English methodology purpose, you have to refer that one. I may be you don't get this title and all. I will say once again, English language and pedagogy, CTET and TST's paper 1 and 2. So these three methodology books are the very important for the this examination, friends. Then, friends, do you have any other doubts, and do you have any other clarifications? Try to use your as you know that one, send any other messages through this comment box, and I all, then I will try to reply your all questions and answers. Then in my next videos, I would like to discuss these all things is one by one. So if you like this video, try to provide and subscribe my Sangmesh Muthi YouTube channel, and if you like this one, provide some likes and try to share with your friends. Okay, friends, thank you one and all for watching this video.